Sports Center, it's Midwest Intercollegiate Volleyball Association action. The Ball State Cardinals against the IPFW Mastodons. Ball State comes into tonight's match with a record of 5-9 overall, 3-1 in the MIVA. IPFW a brilliant 7-1, also 3-1 in league play. Along with Blake Sebring, I am Kent Horman, and Blake, this has been a great in-state rivalry over the years. Some epic matches tonight, a little bit of a special touch because the last appearance of BSU coach Don Schaudel in the Gate Center. And now, folks, we'll be back with more after this.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success. We've been watching
into the water and
agree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
Hi, Puddin'.
Oh, you're so welcome. I don't have to shoot.
Oh, if you are gorgeous.
You dig it every day.
Lauren, talk to me. Come on, you can do it.
Get the keys. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Hold your head up with pride. Let the world open wide.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs that matter.
I think I'm pretty successful.
And we are back live from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Kent Horman and Blake Sebring, that epic in-state rivalry that everybody has come to know in Midwest Volleyball, the Ball State Cardinals and the IPFW Mastodons. Let's pick up now the opening lineup introductions.
For your IPFW Mastodons. Number 5, Ricardo Soler. Number 7, Ryan Karat. Number 10, Chris Gislin. Number 11, Mike Cummings. Number 12, Javier Escobar. And number 13, Hector Soto. The Dons are coached by Mr. Arnie Ball. Ball State's head coach is Dr. Don Schaudel.
And there you have the starting lineups for tonight's match. And Blake, as we got into it here at the top of the broadcast again, these are two programs, certainly no strangers to each other. Don Schaudel, the Dean of Volleyball Coaches here in the Midwest, if not the country. Arnie Ball, a one-time player for Don Schaudel. And of course, this will be Coach Schaudel's swan song here in Fort Wayne, his last appearance ever in the Gate Center. And right in front of us, Arnie comes over to shake Coach Schaudel's hand. After a brilliant 3-decade-plus career, Coach Schaudel will be retiring at the end of this season.
And you know his players are going to want to play well here. If this is indeed his last trip to Fort Wayne, which is his hometown. So you know his players are going to be fired up and want to play well for Coach Schaudel against IPFW.
Again, Ball State coming in with an overall record of 5-9. The Cardinals have struggled at times this year. They are, though, 3-1 in the all-important MIVA standings. IPFW is 7-1, also 3-1 in league play. Ball State, though, is carrying a 2-match winning streak into this match. So we are set to go, and serving first for the Ball State Cardinals will be David Bick. Hector Soto ups it. Set goes across, and right away a kill put down by Ricardo Soler.
IPFW has been battling the flu in recent weeks, and they've got their full lineup back and looks pretty healthy right now.
Now Chris Gislin with the jump serve, fires it, and it's a good-looking serve. Oh, there's a great save right there. Ball State keeps the ball alive. Now Gislin, down the middle it goes. Beautiful kill by Javier Escobar, 1-0 IPFW.
They ran a combination play in transition, which means one guy went up first to draw the defense, and then the other guy coming behind got him on the way down.
Now Gislin again, a sizzling serve. The Cards again keep it alive, back set. There's a left-handed shot by Jason Fair.
He called Javier for a lift on that play.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of got that ball deep in his chest a little bit too much. Couldn't do much with it, so give the kill to Fair, side out Cardinals. to short serve. Gislin with the short set. Good block at the net by the Cards. Gislin again fires it across. Escobar, kind of a half shot. Now Ball State. Oh, the shot by Adam Havis, roofed by Soler and company at the net. Now Ricardo Soler to serve for IPFW, still 1-0 Dons. Opening moments of the first game. A good serve given ace to Soler, as that seemed to handcuff David Bick. And, you know, Blake, we were watching the teams warm up, and I noticed immediately that even in the warm-ups, Ball State was not passing very well. You said that's been a big problem all year. And again, another terrible pass by Bick, and the left-handed kill attempt by Jason Fear deep into the net. There is another gift point for IPFW. Ball State now looking very ragged these last 2 points.
Bick's going to get a chance to get it right because he'll keep getting the serve until he does.
And again, Bick this time gets it up to the net. Oh, there's a big kill by Doug Market, the 6'8" freshman Canadian. Market blew that one right down through a block. Side out to Ball State. Now to serve will be Adam Havis. Soto with the pass. Gislin back to Soto. Hector Soto.
Jumped over the block on that one. Ball State's going to try to serve Hector continuously to wear him out. The same thing IPFW will try to do with Jason Fair and David Bick.
Now here's Mike Cummings to serve for IPFW. And again, a terrible pass, and right there at the net, Ryan Parat puts the hammer down. Little miscommunication there, it looked like, between Havis and Bick, resulting in another easy point for the Dons, 4-0 IPFW. Another good-looking serve, another terrible pass, and another kill for the Dons. Boy, David Bick is just having all sorts of trouble. That gets Don Shondell off the bench, and he is calling timeout. IPFW has raced out to a 5-0 lead here in game number 1, and Don Shondell's team has had all sorts of trouble passing. Folks, we'd like to remind you this evening's IPFW men's volleyball match on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. What is Don Shondell, Blake, telling his troops right here in the opening moments of this match?
Basically, he's got to tell them to settle down because really it's not anything IPFW is doing. The serves are not that tough. They just need to settle down and get one going.
Now and again, IPFW, which has done a good job of just making sure they put the ball in play. We listened to a little pregame talk from Arnie Ball, and he said the one thing we want to do is make sure Chris gets that jump serve going and some of the other guys just keep the ball in the gym. And that's what the Dons have done here so far. And there again is a replay showing the passing problems of David Bick as he just feathered that pass attempt right over the net. The Dons put it away. Ryan Parat hammering it down for the 5th IPFW point. Again, they are on top 5-0, and resuming the serve is Mike Cummings. Comes down the middle again. Well, another errant pass of sorts. Here comes Fair with the big left hand. Parat with a block. They keep it alive. Market. Here's Market looking for a hit. Oh, do they do a good job of blocking? No. You had Soto up there with the block, but it was a wipe off. It went out of bounds. I thought for a moment it might have come back and got into a Ball State body, but no, it was out of bounds. Side out Cards. Now Pat Dam to serve for Ball State. Soto with the pass up. Beautiful short set to Parat. Great timing with Gislin.
Right there's the difference in the match so far. Gislin could do anything he wanted with that ball. Mitch Sadowski can't do anything with the passes he's getting. He's only got one option.
Escobar with yet another great serve. Let's see what they call now. As right there up at the net, Soto mashed the ball back down, and they award a point to IPFW. Ball State is having all sorts of trouble serving the ball right now, or I should say passing the ball. Ooh, Soto with a, or I should say Escobar with a big serve. Just missed the back line.
I mean, you got 6 points because they can't pass, and you hit it out of bounds.
Now Market with the serve. Here come IPFW. Soto is blocked at the net by Ball State.
They blocked him just like a redheaded stepchild.
You've been waiting all night for that one, and it's early.
That is not a Fox Glow Puck.
Vic and Sadowski with the block, and Ball State has its first point. Well, there's a good play by Soler to keep the ball alive. Now Soto hits it through the block.
Terrible
as
play.
Vic saved it. Pat Dam could not control the ball, so Ball State again just gives the ball right back over to IPFW in the side out. It's 6-1 Dons.
This is terribly interesting because Ball State is usually extremely strong ball handling club, and they just can't do anything tonight.
Folks, don't adjust your hue. That is Hector Soto with red hair, and Soto leaves Arnie Ball red-faced by serving that one into the net. Again, Ball State has had terrible problems passing here in this opening game. All IPFW has to put the ball in play, and they've got a chance. Now Soto, short set by Gislin, Perrott at the net, Gislin saves. Oh, a good play there. And that time, Mitch Sadowski picks up some loose change dangling over the net, and he puts it down. Point for the Cardinals.
Mitch is a senior who waited 4 years to get his chance to play, and this year is it for him.
Jason Fair to Perrott, Gislin short set, Soto floating down the middle, just kind of picked out where he wanted to go with it, found an open seam, give the kill to Soto, side out to IPFW, Ryan Perrott to serve, and the Dons lead 6-2. Now Perrott, there you go. I believe that's the third successive service error for IPFW after just by getting the ball over the net, they picked up 6 quick points. David Bick to serve. Solar, Gislin back set. Escobar just decides to feather it over. Now Sadowski catches IPFW napping and just drips it over there for a kill. So here come the Cardinals. They trailed 5-0. Now they only trail 6-3. And David Bick, the 6'7" senior from Centerville, Massachusetts, to serve. Soto, Gislin across to Solar, beautiful hit.
And so far, Ball State has not been able to handle IPFW on the outside. But the game plan for IPFW is to run middle some more.
Now here comes Gislin. Another big serve. Boy, Market does keep the ball alive. And Sadowski can really do nothing with it. So there has been the theme so far of game number 1. IPFW gets the ball over on a serve, and they're looking good. 7-3 Dons. First game, best of 5. Gislin with another missile. That time Fair keeps it alive. Sadowski comes across. Oh, the big hit by Havis. Wiped off the IPFW block attempt, so the side out goes to Ball State.
And Ball State went after Javier Escobar of IPFW there. He's their smallest starter at 5'10", and they definitely are going to pick on him.
Well, Mitch Sadowski, yes, Mitch Sadowski with just a little blooper that Escobar couldn't handle. He left that over the net. Easy kill for the Cards. Give them a point. They trail 7-4. And that time Sadowski, I think he tried to cut that serve a little bit, and he served it wide.
He was trying to go back to Javier on that, but Javier had taken one step closer to the sideline.
Now Ricardo Solar to serve. Bick again having passing problems. There's Fair with the big left hand, blocked the net by the Dons. Sadowski back sets.
Missed everything.
And that time Havis tried a little bit of a tricky shot. Wide.
What's scary about this for Ball State is these serves are not that difficult.
Now give the Dons another point. They lead 8-4. And another difficult pass. Here comes IPFW. Soto with the set. Oh, what a big hit that time by Ricardo Soler. And it just goes to show, Blake, how important passing is, because IPFW is just plain having its way right now with Ball State. They're defenseless. 9-4 Dons. Well, there's a decent pass. There's the result.
And it works.
Give the kill to Pat Dam. As he got the ball through the block, Soler tried to dig but could not control it. So side out Ball State. They trail 9-4, and Adam Havis with the jump serve. Serve wide. Side out to IPFW. 9-4 Dons. You're watching IPFW Volleyball live from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Now the serve by Cummings sails wide, so...
This isn't because of the drafts in the building either. This is just lack of concentration.
The teams exchange service errors, so here is Pat Dam to serve for Ball State. Little flutter ball. Perrott for Gislin. The big hit by Hector Soto. And that looked like it came through a bit of a screen. Pat Dam virtually helpless to try and dig that one up. Side out to the Dons, and here is Javier Escobar. Another bad serve, or bad serve reception, I should say. Ball State just manages to get it over. There's the quick set. Perrott didn't get much. Now Fair just lobs it over. Soler keeps it alive. Soto misses it. He tried to cut it right at our broadcast site. A break for IPFW, or I should say a break for Ball State, because they were in that kind of a helpless mode. Ball State kept it alive. IPFW could not get the kill down. Now Doug Market to serve for Ball State. Back set, Escobar. Good up there by Market. Sadowski. It's flipped over that time by Bick.
Ryan Perrott got caught from the net for IPFW. You know, in the past, Kent, usually what would happen with Ball State and IPFW, Ball State's defense would be so strong they would just wear IPFW down after a while, and that's not happening tonight.
Well, on that little miscue there, that's a point for Ball State. They trail 9-5. Back comes Soto with the kill. And the side out goes right back to IPFW. Now Don Shondell is looking down his bench, and he'll make a substitution. Checking in will be Brian Hughes, a sophomore out of Salina, Ohio, and Adam Havis will sit down and take a rest. 9-5 IPFW. Here's Hector Soto to serve. The up by Market. Sadowski. Boy, you talk about the focus and concentration. That was a routine set. Blakey just flat out mishandled. Looked like he was going for the back set, and he just flat out mishandled it. Point Dons, 10-5 IPFW. Here's Soto again. Oh, a missile of a serve. Market does get it up. Fair tries to wipe it off the block. Dons keep it alive. Good job there. Now on the free ball. Cummings puts it over. Market. Sadowski. And a good hit by Bick, David Bick.
Didn't get the free ball back deep enough into the Ball State side of the court. They had a very easy play.
So Bick with the kill, side out to Ball State. They trail 10-5. Fair to serve. Solar, Gislin, little one-hander. Kept alive by Dam. There's a big hit by Market, and give him the kill as Soto couldn't quite control, so a point goes to Ball State. And really, for as tough a start as the Cardinals have had, they only trail by 4 now, 10-6.
Exactly, this game should have been over.
Soto to Gislin, shoots that across. And that time Solar with the hitting air into the net.
It's
Ball
like
State creeping to within 3.
The intensity isn't quite there on the IPFW side of the net. They need to bear down and finish this off.
Oh, and that time Jason Fair trying a touch serve finds the net, so the side out goes to IPFW. Well, maybe it came too quickly, too easily for IPFW, and they were kind of lulled into thinking it would be a cakewalk. Now Sadowski right down the middle for Bick. Soto with the up. Gislin cheats it across. The big hit by Soler. There's Dam. And Sadowski again does that quick little set kill.
So far, Sadowski's been the most consistent offensive performer for the Cardinals.
Well, that's the second kill for Sadowski on that very play of faking the set and then just flicking it over with the left hand. Here's David Bick to serve. To Soto. Gislin saves it. Oh, they're going to call him for a lift.
Good call. He pulled the ball back across the net.
Well, that's all Gislin could do because the ball was hovering over the net. Give Tom Pingle credit for catching that one. Point for Ball State. Here's Escobar. Blows it through the block. He does get the wipe off, so
skimmed it off the noggin of Mitch Sadowski.
Stops the bleeding there for IPFW. They've seen a rather sizable lead dwindle down to 2 at 10-8. Now Gislin with the big serve. Market with a good up. Oh, there's a good save right there by Gislin. Wow, what a play there as Soler just wound up, and blocking at the net was Sadowski.
The big key to this comeback is Ball State's passing has settled down considerably.
Well, and Mitch Sadowski is feeling pretty good about his last couple of performances here with a kill in the net, big block. Now Sadowski to serve, Soto with the up. Gislin back sets to Solari, wipes it off the block again. That time got it off the hands of Hughes. The side out to IPFW. 10-8 Dons. After they roared out to leads of 5-0 and 6-1. Now a little flutter serve, Sadowski. Back sets, and that time, nope. David Bick couldn't do much with it at all, and
entire play broke down with the set.
Hit that into the net.
Smart
and Don
call.
Shondell, yes, Don Shondell will call a timeout. IPFW on top by the score of 11-8. And fans will be back with more MIVA volleyball action right after this.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
leads the Ball State Cardinals by the score of 11-8 in game number 1. And Blake, there's a look at the last play by IPFW, the back set by Sadowski, and you can tell Bick kind of got misfooted. He didn't have the timing, and all he did was just catch the middle of the net.
He couldn't do anything with the ball, basically. Almost had a double clutch.
Dons lead at 11-8. And here's Soler to serve. Flutters it down the middle. Sadowski with a one-handed serve. That time Market does get it over. Here comes Soto. Blows it through. And that time kind of a bad play by Doug Market as he dove across trying for the one-handed dig. Right there was Jason Fair getting ready to dig it up. But boy, that's one thing for as fast paced as this is, and somebody whistles one at you about 60, 70 miles an hour, you react.
Well, you can tell that Fair and Bick are the only returning starters from last year. The rest of the teams kind of find their way to see where they fit in, and everybody's trying to cover for everybody else instead of just playing their position.
12-8 Dons. Here's Sadowski with the back set. Oh, big hit by Havas. What a dig by IPFW. Escobar off the block. Kept alive by Havas. Ball State gets it over as Dam. Now there's Soto as he wipes it off the block. Does he? Well, they're saying that Dam was in the net, I believe, Blake.
The ball was also in, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Give the point to IPFW. They're now back up by 5, 13-8, trying to sniff game number 1. Ricardo Soler. Another good serve. Sadowski. Big hit by Market. And there must have been a Don in the net that time, as it looked like he cut that spike out of bounds.
Mike Cummings was in the net.
So a tough break for IPFW as the shot was out. Side out, though, to Ball State. Here's Havas to serve. Perrott with the up. Oh, what a great set there by Gislin. Again, feathering it just a foot above the net. And Escobar putting down the kill. Now IPFW with a substitution. Brian Harris checks in for Mike Cummings.
Usually they put Brian Harris in when they want to end it right here.
Brian Harris, the setter and defensive specialist from right here in Fort Wayne. Great story, Brian Harris. Good serve. Sadowski with the back set. Market with a little dink. Oh, and he wiped it off of Soto.
Smart play.
Yep. Was it a combination of a smart play and a little luck, or just an out-and-out smart play?
I think it was just an out-and-out smart play.
Now a substitution for Ball State. Jeff Robertson checks in. 6-foot sophomore from Racine, Wisconsin. And Pat Dam will sit down for Ball State.
It was a smart play because you know Hector's trying to pull his hands back at the same time.
Now Robertson with the jump serve hits the net.
Goodness. You're a defensive specialist. You come in strictly to serve.
And you started out by committing the service error. Break for the Dons. Here's Escobar coming back. Market to Sadowski. Oh, Fair with the left hand misses everything. He missed everything. 14-8 IPFW. The fans in the Gate Center on their feet. Dons on game point here in game number 1. Escobar, good serve. Havas got it through, and that time a good set by Sadowski across to Fair. So Havas did a good job of at least getting that serve up. And Fair finished it off with the left-handed kill. Side out to Ball State. They avoid 1 game point. Doug Market to serve. Perrott. Gislin with the back set. Oh, Escobar. Big block at the net by Bick and Fair.
They guessed right on that one.
That's a point to the Cardinals. They now trail 14-9. Doug Market to serve once more.
We could hear the Ball State bench calling that play.
That time on the quick hit by Perrott. Oh, and Ball State again commits an error. As the return floats over the back line. Side out IPFW, game point number 2. Hector Soto to serve. Oh, what a missile. What a great up by Market. Comes back to Market. Oh, that point was all Doug Market. First, a great dig on a laser of a serve, and then he puts down the kill to keep the game alive for the Cards. Now Jason Fair to serve. Soto. Gislin shoots it across to Soler. Wipes it off the block. As Bick and Sadowski could not do anything with it. Here come the fans on their feet again. Game point number 3 for the Dons. 14-9 IPFW.
Going to go for another serving substitution, putting Justin Luna in.
Luna checks in. Perrott sits down. Luna with the good serve. Market, though, gets it up. Sadowski to Bick.
Boy, Markett's really played well this game.
Doug Markett has done a great job of passing and handling some very difficult serves. Out comes Robertson for Ball State, the return of Pat Dam to the Cardinal lineup. David Bick to serve, still 14-9. What's Gislin doing this time? Backs to Escobar. Good block at the net. Dons keep it alive. Comes across. Soler off the block, and Bick gets crossed up with Fair.
Got the married couple play again. They both thought they were going to get it.
Well, David Bick has had a tough time passing the ball and digging the ball. Another game point. Gislin, great serve. It'll be an ace. IPFW wins game number 1, 15-9. 15-9, game number 1, IPFW. In this best of 5, the teams will switch sides, and we get ready for game number 2.
There's going to be a special ceremony coming up here.
Yep, while the teams do change sides right now, we do know there is going to be a little bit of a surprise here. Again, if you're just joining us, folks, this is the last trip into this building, into the Gate Center, by Ball State head coach Don Shondell. 33 years, the head coach, the man who started the Ball State program back in 1958, former coach of Arnie Ball. And now for this special ceremony, here is Coach Arnie Ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is really a pleasure for me this evening to recognize an individual that I've been associated with for the past 30 years. A gentleman that is responsible for my career and many careers across the country. Coach Shondell, as most of you know, is retiring this year. And on behalf of the IPFW community, we would like to present him with this plaque that says, "Congratulations on 34 years of service to intercollegiate men's volleyball. Best wishes from the IPFW volleyball community." Coach Shondell.
Well, there's a very touching moment right there, and as you see, Don Shondell receiving a standing ovation from a great crowd here at the Gate Center. And as we see Arnie walk by, Blake, I think he's got a few tears in his eyes, a little emotional there. Arnie talked about it in the pregame talk of the Royal Dons Club that, well, he'd always like to go out and beat up on Ball State. This will be especially tough tonight as far as Don Shondell, for what he's meant to volleyball, for what he has meant to Arnie Ball. Don Shondell, 33rd season. How about this for a record? 759 wins, 262 losses. Just tremendous.
Now we've got some replays coming up.
19 league titles. And as we see one of the dance teams out there performing between games, yeah, we do have some replays from an impressive performance by IPFW as they won the first one 15-9. There you saw the winning serve right there by Gislin, game number 1. It was a missile. And there again you have the replay as, boy, Ball State, most of their back row was just flailing away at a lot of those great serves IPFW had. You know, Blake, really that was the key. They served the ball very well about the first 6-7 points. Had a little bit of a problem where they had 2 or 3 service errors in there, but then when they went back to serving the ball and keeping it in play, again, Ball State had all sorts of trouble just receiving the serve and passing up to the setter, Sadowski.
And I felt IPFW picked up their serving acumen as the match went on, as the game went on. They got tougher and tougher, which Doug Markett did a very nice job for Ball State, but by then it was too big a hole to come back from.
But again, this is best of 5, so one game does not a match make. Arnie Ball will try and tell his troops, keep up the good work. There's a good look at some of the great crowd we've got here in the Gate Center tonight. Just keep up the good work and certainly keep the ball in play, keep the serves in play, because Ball State is having passing trouble aplenty.
I remember when we used to come out here, you and I both, for an IPFW Ball State match, and most of the crowd would be cheering for Ball State.
Yeah, you're right. Wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago at all. It's amazing how things have kind of turned around in recent years.
Well, and I think that comes in no small part because of the great program Arnie Ball has built here, gaining not only credibility here in the city, thankfully, and around the state, but nationally.
Well, you know, he was talking about what Don Shondell meant when IPFWs first started this program in 1981. Ball State did not have to play them.
That's right.
And every year they'd come up here and play them and play them down there. They used to play 5-6 times a year. And they didn't have to. They did, you know, playing IPFW at that time didn't do Ball State any good other than it helped their record. It didn't help their kids improve that much. But as it worked out, IPFW turned out to be their biggest rival.
Well, and that was also the bar that was set for IPFW to try to reach. And I'll never forget once IPFW defeated Ball State for the first time, that pretty well meant that the program had arrived. Gislin to start game number 2. Oh, a good set right there, but off the kill attempt by Dam. What a great one-handed save by Perrott. Now it's Fear with the left hand, Solar with the block.
Oh.
And Fear double hits.
He jumped, what he did is...
It's almost like traveling.
Yeah, exactly. He jumped twice. He tried. He almost got away with it. I tell you what, Ryan Perrott is maybe the best defensive middle in the Midwest. He does a great job in the back row for a big guy.
Another big whistling serve by IPFW Gislin, and that absolutely just handcuffed Fair. And fans, don't forget IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6, brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by the Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsors of IPFW Volleyball. And Ball State comes right back on a beautiful little dink there by Adam Havis. So that stops the Dons' brief run here to start game number 2. It is 2-0 IPFW. Well, the Dons have picked up where they left off in game 1 with great serving. And Ball State can just do nothing but watch the ball go out of bounds. Now Gislin. Oh, the short set, a little bit mistimed there as Cummings tried for the quick hit and hit it wide. So Ball State on the board. They now trail 2-1.
And Ball State usually serves IPFW short. They want to slow down the Mastodons offense, and here they go again.
Short serve. Solar just blows it through the block.
Usually takes away a lot of options that IPFW has, but they've gotten better at dealing with that over the years.
The side out to IPFW, and here comes Solar. Oh, Sadowski with a little diving set. Kept alive in a beautiful play by Gislin. Here's Soto. Oh, right off the coconut.
Beautiful set by Solar.
And did he ever pound it off the crew cut of Doug Market? 3-1 IPFW.
That shouldn't be fair.
Solar again with a good serve. Sadowski comes down the middle. Market with a dink. Perrott keeps it alive. Here's Gislin. Soto. Oh, and what's the call here? Hector Soto is saying that somebody, how can you call us in the net?
Doesn't matter if he hits the net outside. That's
Arnie Ball getting an explanation now from the down official Eric Bullman.
He's saying that he brushed the antenna.
Oh, with the hit.
No, he's saying that he brushed the antenna with his body.
Well, that's an interesting call because I thought Soto was closer to us than he was the net. But play on they shall.
Oh, that's got to be
beautiful back set. Cummings with the hit.
It's got to be called.
Great save by Bick, but Bick now has to put the free ball up, and there's a little miscommunication. Now Perrott and Solar are having a little bit of a discussion, saying it was one of those I got it, you take it type of plays. There's a gift point for the Cards.
And it was a gift point all the way because Gislin's set was ridiculously illegal.
Soto that time puts the hammer down. Self-defense save by Sadowski. Fair with the left-hander over. Good diving dig by Solar. And here comes Soto.
Oh.
Just lobs it through.
That was an amazing play just to keep it alive.
Sadowski back sets. Ooh, big hit by Market. Doug Market. And we are even 3-3 in game number 2.
Ball State showing more emotion than they did in the first game.
Adam Havis, the 6'4 senior from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. It's a flutter ball. Soto. Gislin leaves it back. Cummings, oh, what a great save by the Cards momentarily.
Very nice set by Gislin there to save that point.
Boy, first Sadowski did a great job to get the ball up off the floor, then a little collision there between Market and Dam. Side out to the Dons, and here comes Cummings. Like the middle hitter from Minnesota. Sadowski goes across, Fair with the left hand. Oh, what a great save. Gislin, though, did get it up with the one arm, but not very high. and the Dons couldn't track it down. Side out goes back to Ball State.
The second game has been kind of difficult for IPFW this year. Remember, we called the Lewis and the Loyola matches. They lost the second game after winning the first game very easily. They did the same thing against Mercyhurst. They need to buckle down here.
Well, that time,
they're not.
A bad pass by Soler results in a kill for Fair, so IPFW handing out a bit of a present there. It was a very, very soft, short serve, and Soler just feathered that one right back over the net for Fair to put away. Ball State, its first lead, 4-3. Gislin back to Escobar. Javier Escobar just rips it through.
And Fair's mad at himself because he thought he should have had it.
And Javier will serve. Dons trail 4-3 in game number 2. Havis, Sadowski comes across. Fair with the left hand. Oh, what a great block at the net by Gislin. Fabulous block by Chris Gislin.
IPFW coach Arnie Ball talked before the match about he didn't want the matchup of Javier Escobar and Jason Fair because there's such a great height advantage for the Cardinals. But so far, Javier's done a nice job on that.
Now Fair that time with the bad pass. Soto makes him pay. And folks, do not adjust the hue in your TV. Hector Soto's hair is ruby red. 5-4 IPFW. Now Sadowski, short ball to Bick, and great timing there as Bick puts the hammer to it.
That was kind of an obvious one you could see coming because he got a good pass finally.
Side out goes the Ball State. The Dons on top by 1 now, 5-4. Doug Market to serve. Soto with the good up. Right down the middle it comes, and Soler wipes it off.
Combination play
of Bick and Fair.
And what we mean with that is Ryan Perrott jumped first to draw the defense up in the air, and then Ricardo Soler hit the ball while they were on their way down.
Now Hector Soto loads up the jump serve. Ooh, whistles that one just a little deep. It's one of those all-or-nothing propositions there when you unleash one like that.
I don't think I've ever seen hair like that. I wish I could grow that.
Not on anything alive. IPFW keeps it alive. That's a good play right there by Solar. Great set that time as Adam Havis put the ball down, but they're saying there was a Cardinal in the net.
Right here, Tom Pingle is overruling the down line with Eric Beaumont.
Did he say it was a man in the net, or that
he said the ball was
spike was out
before there was a player in the net? But actually, there were 2 players in the net.
They'll give the side out to IPFW, and the Dons still lead 5-4. Sadowski tries that left-handed spike again. Oh, the Dons try to return the favor. It was a good save by Escobar, but that time Gislin misses. So the side out gives the ball right back to Ball State. Short serve gathered in by Soto. Escobar off the good dig by Bick this time. Havis is blocked at the net, but out of bounds. As that time he had Gislin and Cummings at the net. Tom Pingle again having a conversation with one of the line judges. Is a point to Ball State, 5-5.
Lines judge gave him the wrong calls, basically what happened.
Escobar with a good hit.
Wow, Javi made something out of nothing
He
there.
sure did there, and running out of room with Sadowski as he roared over here to the scoring table as the ball sailed over the table and into the stands. So
Mitch is going to get his laps in tonight. He's running all over the place.
Yeah, Sadowski is really playing with some spirit here. 5-5 Gislin to serve. He's had a great night serving.
You jinxed him.
I still like the way he's been serving. That one just missed.
Sure, try to cover up.
Amazes me how you can get that much topspin in those serves. Sadowski comes back with the other kind, which is a flutter serve. Mistiming there by the Dons. As miscommunication there between Solar and Cummings. So play getting a little ragged here now in game 2. Ball State has moved back ahead 6-5.
Which is why Ball State serves short. It works. Did it again.
Mishandled by Gislin.
Good call. It should have been 2 hits instead of a lift. You definitely hit it twice.
Well, IPFW is having some problems. Arnie Ball does not like what he sees, so he will call timeout. It's 7-5 Ball State in game number 2. IPFW won game number 1. Fans, the College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana 46805. Or give us a call at 481-6000, that's 481-6000. Or give us an email at channel6@ipfw.edu.
You wonder why more teams don't serve short. It's so effective. It is so rare to see. And here you see, here goes a good example. The bad pass, they couldn't do anything with it. It was a bad set because the pass was bad, because teams are not used to covering the short serves.
Well, just like almost any other sport, Blake, it seems like volleyball is a power game, basketball is a power game, hockey's a power game. Everybody talks about power forwards, so you go for the big muscle serve when you're right. You know, they always say location, location, location. Serve the ball where it's difficult to play. And here comes Sadowski again. Now Gislin sets it across.
Wide open.
And Escobar couldn't get it down totally. Good save by Sadowski. That time Market gets it down.
That's a bad play by IPFW. That set was wide open. There was no one else up on the block. That ball should have been put down. And I think we're going to be seeing a sub real quick here. Chris Farmer, who came off the bench in the last couple matches for IPFW and sparked him to comebacks. He's not waiting for the fourth game this time. He's going to come right in the second game.
And they serve right to Farmer. Set comes across Escobar. Oh, did he put that one down? I mean, like an elevator shaft. And that's just what IPFW needed, because they have to stop some bleeding here. They trail by 3, 8-5 in game 2. They won the opener 15-9. Comes across the Market.
He hit the ball out of bounds. He hit the ball outside the antenna there. So it's IPFW's point.
A good break there for the Dons. They now trail 8-6.
Ball State's passing is much, much better this game.
And that time Dam wipes it off the head of Escobar. Chris Farmer roaring across to try to make the save, but couldn't do it. Blake, I think you're right. Ball State seems to be passing with more confidence, and certainly Sadowski is setting with more confidence.
Which means IPFW needs to pick up their serving. They've got to be more aggressive, make their serves more difficult to handle.
Well, Arnie Ball, you may have been able to hear that over our microphones, barking out orders to his team. Long set goes across to Fair. Great block at the net by Perrott and Escobar. Can the Cardinals save? No! Point to IPFW. They now trail 8-7. And here is Chris Farmer. There's a bad pass. Escobar to Gislin. Comes across Soto. Drills it off of Sadowski.
My goodness.
Boy, Arnie Ball is really animated too. He's up off the bench.
Well, he should be.
He's yelling, hit that ball, hit that ball.
He wants his kids to maintain their intensity level, and they have not done that so far. And that plays right into Ball State's hands.
We're tied at 8. There's some emotion as one-on-one Pat Dam is stuffed by Perrott. The Dons reclaim the lead 9-8. Blake, you called it. Chris Farmer has come in and sparked the Dons.
He usually does.
Back set goes to Market.
Oh, he missed it.
Out of bounds. Market tried to cut it. So the Dons are on a roll here. They now lead by 2, 10-8. Don Shondell has called timeout. Good substitution by Arnie Ball. And the Dons on top by 2 in game 2. We'll be back after this.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
IPFW coach Arnie Ball was getting upset there. He wanted his team to pick up the intensity, because if they can play at a high level, Ball State has not had the talent level at this time to raise up and match it. This is where Chris Farmer was guarding the line there, and he saw that Market had hit the ball outside. Now the reason they call timeout is because they want to throw Chris Farmer off his serve, and he knows it. I'll be darned.
And it worked. That's amazing. You know, they always, it's like freezing a guy at the free throw line, you know, or freezing a guy kicking a field goal.
It's amazing how often it works.
It really is. Side out to the Cards, and that was critical. Now Dam to serve, it's a short one. Escobar, difficult pass.
Sheesh.
Javi Escobar with a good hit there. Now here's Sadowski after the save. Ball State keeps the free ball alive. Oh, big hit there. What a great play.
I'm really surprised that Tom Pingle, referee, is letting the setters get away with
that one-handed stuff.
Well, there's a lot of two hits and things, and nobody else can get away with it, just the setters, it seems like.
And Soto at the net again, the pass hung over.
And if you wonder why Sadowski didn't go up and try to hit that ball, he's in the back row. Technically, he is not allowed to touch that ball.
Escobar's got IPFW on a roll again. Sadowski with a short ball, and Bick puts it down.
Boy, that was a tough one because he put it right between Chris Gislin and Ryan Peratt, who happen to be IPFW's two biggest players.
Well, the Dons on top, 11-8. Now let's see what Ball State can answer with. Here's Doug Market, who's been very impressive so far in this match. Solar. Down the middle they come again. Solar misses everything. And it looked like Ricardo Solar got off of his timing a little bit.
Now Arnie's up yelling again. He wants him to pick up the intensity again because he knows if they slack at all, that plays right into Ball State's hands because it takes the crowd out of the match.
Well, there must have been a touch on there somehow, Blake, because IPFW is serving. I thought the shot by Solar went out.
So did I.
Here's Soto to serve. Good serve. It will be an ace. Soto with the ace. It's 12-8 IPFW. Going back to the last play, it looked like Solar kind of wrong-footed himself, and the ball floated deep. Perhaps it touched a hand at the top of the net. We didn't see the tip. Now the ace by Soto, and IPFW on top, 12-8. Brian Hughes checks in.
This is the point where Ball State will try to slow down the game as much as possible with substitutions. They will slow it down.
Now here comes Soto. Another big serve. Hughes does get the shot up. Market comes down the middle, misses everything.
Now if I'm Hector, I want to get right back there and serve right away.
13-8 IPFW.
Ball State's talking to themselves, talking to the referee.
Here comes Hector Soto again.
Wow.
Another missile. Havas does keep it alive. Here comes Hughes into the net, no chance. Another point IPFW, and the fans on their feet again. It's 14-8 Dons. Game point. Here comes Soto. Market.
Nothing he can do with it.
Back set comes back to Market. Off the shoulder of Escobar. Can they save it? Well, we got to meet Chris Farmer up close and personal because he came diving almost right into our laps.
That's a nice catch, Kent.
Holy. That was a tremendous play.
At least this time you didn't get sprayed.
Side out goes the Ball State. Soto with the kill.
Now he's going to go right for the kill. He's going to put Brian Harris in to serve.
No, I didn't get sprayed, but I can tell you what flavor of gum Chris Farmer is chewing. Brian Harris coming in to try to seal the deal for IPFW. 14-8. Dons on top in game number 2. They won the opener 15-9.
Slow it down. Look at Ball State. They're wiping the court. They want to slow it down. And IPFW is smart. They're getting in there in the huddle. They're staying fired up. That's a good plan. This third game, if IPFW wins this game, will last about an hour.
Harris to serve. It's a good one.
Serve.
Hughes, Sadowski down the middle. Boy, Bick got a break there. He hit it into the net. It dribbled over between the block of Farmer and Soler.
Now Ball State will serve this pretty quick, but if IPFW sides out, it'll take a while to get the next serve going.
Solar.
Oh, that's terrible play.
Rips that off of Hughes, and out of bounds it goes. So fans on their feet again.
Here we go. Slow it down.
Game
Hughes had no chance on that. He turned his hips. He was just in terrible position.
Gislin. Big serve.
He got way too under the ball on his toss. You could see it.
It's 2 successive service errors for Chris Gislin. So on they play, 14-8 IPFW. Here's Sadowski.
Great pass.
Farmer wipes that one off the block.
Nice pass by Javier Escobar on that.
Fans again on their feet. 14-8. Ricardo Solar. Havas, not a very good pass. Comes across to Havas. What do they call? Apparently a down in the net.
Javier was in the net.
Boy, and IPFW
They're
was
just
set up
letting
to
him
put that
hang in
one
there.
away.
They're just letting him hang in there. You can't do that with Ball State.
Here's Havas to serve. Soto, good pass. Backs it to Escobar.
Tip.
Wipes it off the block.
Actually, that was tipped in the back row by Sadowski. He reached up. He tried to pull it back, but it was a reflex play. He couldn't do it.
Well, I'll tell you, give Tom Pingle the up official credit. He has really got an eagle eye on this match. Another game point, this time Farmer to serve. Another difficult pass. Market, blocked by Soto. Hit by Peratt. Vic, where's that going?
It's hot potato.
Free ball, here they come. Escobar wipes it off the block. Point IPFW. They win game number 2, 15-8. IPFW now on top of this best-of-5 match, 2 games to none, and they have the chance to end this one in 3. We'll have to see if they can complete the sweep.
They did a great job there of raising their intensity.
Well, can IPFW make this 3 and out? We shall see, and we'll be back with more MIVA volleyball action right after this.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Michael Jordan, UNCF, take 1.
We're here to tell you about the College Fund. It was set up to help deserving kids get a chance to be what they want to be. Are there any future doctors in the house?
Yeah!
Any scientists?
Yeah!
What about teachers?
Yeah!
All right, now who's going to play professional basketball? Come on. It's a good job. Please join me and support the College Fund. If mine is a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah!
Let's use this piñata to show why kids under 12 don't belong in the front seat.
Hey, that piñata looks like me.
Really? I hadn't noticed. Hey, look, Vince, candy.
Yeah, all jawbreakers.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids in the back seat.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
I haven't made up my mind yet. What are you gonna take?
Algebra.
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 Algebra. Algebra.
If no one's explained how algebra, geometry, and calculus can improve your future, demand that you be told. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat archaeologists believe is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
And fans, don't forget, IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6, as always, is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back live from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, where so far IPFW has dominated this match against the Ball State Cardinals. IPFW winning game 1 15-9, taking game number 2 15-8. And Blake, really the story has been so far where IPFW has done an awfully good job of keeping the ball in play, especially serving. Ball State has had all sorts of problems in the back row as far as passing. And there you see right there a great point by the Dons where they make the most of their opportunities, that time wiping off a Ball State block to make sure they could clinch game number 2. And there was a free ball, and again, Escobar.
You could really see where the middle for Ball State had to hold in the middle, because he didn't know where the set was going to go because the pass was so good it could have gone anywhere.
Well, after a brief intermission here after the first 2 games, and
hi, Mom and Dad.
Am I blue?
He actually won a contest between games. I'm
not
not sure what he won.
We're privy what the contest
I think he won a blue
was.
tattoo, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's going to go either.
Well, as they say, you can't beat fun at the old campus.
And that's what's kind of neat about this. This is the one place in Fort Wayne where you do have a college atmosphere. And it does come during these matches. Especially as the weather warms up, it gets even better.
Well, it's a great atmosphere in here tonight. A good crowd has turned out here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. And we talked about at the top of the broadcast, this has been an outstanding rivalry, a long-time rivalry. Teacher against student for so many years. Don Shondell of Ball State, his former player Arnie Ball of IPFW. And as you
for years and years, Ball State used to recruit the kids out of Fort Wayne, even when IPFW was a pretty decent program. Chris Bierman, Brian Hyde, Randy Litchfield, Corky Robertson, all those guys. In fact, those last 3 players were players that Arnie developed at Harding, who eventually went to Ball State and ended up beating him for those first few years.
Well, and also the fact, as you say, that Don Shondell put IPFW on the schedule.
Taliaferro is another one.
Certainly helped give this program credibility, and Arnie, I think, knew he arrived when he was able to beat Don Shondell's charges and then start to beat them regularly. And this year it's IPFW that's shown the way. Now in game number 3.
And really some of the best, probably the best matches in IPFW history have been against Ball State, the most significant matches.
Well, the Dons pick right up where they left off again, as the big kill by Soto goes right off the arm of Fair. Side out to the Dons. Good serve by Gislin. That time Sadowski tries that sneaky little left-handed spike. Nothing doing there. Point to IPFW.
Boy, Soler had him pegged.
Here's Chris Gislin.
I think this is going to be a very difficult game for IPFW. I think this is a big momentum swing game. If they can win this, obviously the match will be over. But if Ball State wins it, they'll have all the momentum going. The crowd will get impatient. They'll learn more and more as the match goes along what they can do against IPFW.
Well, a great play there as a short little set by Gislin was hammered down by Farmer. Side out back to the Dons. Now Soler to serve. Avis with the up. Ooh, a good play that time by Sadowski to set it across to Pat Dam. And he gets the kill down, side out to Ball State. Adam Havis to serve. Perrott with the up. Long set comes across. Big hit by Soto. Can the guards track it down? No. As Havis and Bick gave chase.
He just kind of hung there, didn't he? He hung there till the block started falling down, and then he just hit over top of it.
And Chris Farmer now will serve from Tulsa, Oklahoma. 6'5" senior. This is blocked at the net, but wiped off. Boy, you had Soto and Perrott up there.
What happens is you see the blockers go up, they try to curve their hands so the ball will bounce off and back into the court.
And here's Pat Dam to serve. Short serve, barely gets to the net. So the side out goes back to the Dons. They lead 1-0 in game 3 after taking the first 2 games of this match, 15-9, 15-8. Escobar to serve. Fear with the up. Sadowski, boy, Ball State really out of sync there. Sadowski was trying to flip it back, I think intended for fair, and the trouble was David Bick got caught in between, so.
Ugly.
Yeah, messy play there, point to IPFW.
That ball would have been
can't
out.
Make up his mind. Here's Fair with the left hand, off the block. Dons keep it alive. But as Gislin tries to hook the free ball in, it carries long.
It's about the way that play should have ended up because the serve would have been out, except the Ball State player played it.
And here's Doug Market to serve. Maidstone, Ontario. Just a freshman, 6'8". He really has been the offensive force, so to speak, for Ball State in this match.
They've done a very nice job on Jason Fair and David
Back
Bick.
set to Escobar. And there was a touch by Ball State. I think it might have caught the fingers of Jason Fair.
He didn't think so.
Now Hector Soto to serve. Good look at that flaming red hair. Could you imagine if he was wearing a Ball State? Ooh, Soto hooks
cross
that one
one
over
eye
the
and squint the other to look at it.
Now Hector commits a service there. Side out to Ball State.
That's not the weirdest hairstyle we've ever seen at IPFW.
Oh, big hit there by Ryan Perrott.
Remember when the players at the Final Four year, they shaved their heads and some of them had all sorts of signs in their head and things like that?
2-0 IPFW, Perrott to serve. Down the middle, Market tries to dink. Oh, what a great save by Soto. Escobar hammers it down. Magnificent play first by Soto, just to lunge out with the arm and get the ball inches off the floor. Escobar with the finishing touch, 3-0 Dons.
See, this game's going to take forever. They're going to keep slowing it down. It's a great strategy because it works.
Well, this is nothing new to Arnie Ball, though.
No, and it shouldn't be anything new to his players.
No.
They should be used to this, too.
He's known Coach Shondell for years, and that time,
brother,
just that bit of delay, though, I think, Blake, as you say, served its purpose. The serve sails a little bit long. Side out to Ball State. But the Cards have some serious work to do. Oh, a good serve
Great
by Bick.
serve.
Here's Perrott. It is down. It is down. All David Bick could do was look at it. Boy, what a great hit right in the corner. Don Shondell looked at it, and he saw it right in front of him. That thing, knife in the corner. Here come the Dons. Gislin with a missile. Fear. Oh, good set by Sadowski. What a big
beautiful,
hit.
nice play by Sadowski.
Big hit by Dan.
You or I could have hit that ball if we could get up that high.
Yeah, maybe with a ladder.
That was beautiful.
Don Shondell encouraging his Cardinals to make a play at the net. Gislin. Back set, Soto rips it through.
Nice pass by Ryan Perrott on that play.
No chance for Dam and Market. Still 3-0 IPFW, game number 3. Here comes Ricardo Soler. Market with the hit, but a great save by the Dons. Gislin puts it over. Havis with the hit at the net, kept alive. Now it's Fear with a dink. Perrott for the save. Gislin coming down the middle. Oh, little dink. Beautiful play, but great save. Oh! This is volleyball. Oh, right down in front of us. Dam loses his footing. The rally of the match. Even Don Shondell is applauding next to us. That was the point of the match. It goes to IPFW, and they are on top 4-0.
You can see where IPFW has drastically improved their back row defense during that series of plays. Ryan Perrott made an excellent dig in there. I mean, that's not something IPFW has been known for in the past, but it's something they've really worked a lot on this year.
4-0 IPFW.
Slowing it down again.
Soler with a good serve. There's a good pass. Down the middle comes Market. Pounds it through the block.
This for a hockey game would be the same thing as icing the puck.
Mitch Sadowski yelling to his teammates, let's go guys, pick it up. Sadowski far from giving up on this one. Havas to serve for Ball State. Soto takes the short serve. Back set, Escobar with a dink. And David Bick can't get to it, and David Bick hits the floor, and he's kind of grabbing at his hip like maybe he extended something. Maybe he's just more upset that he couldn't make that play. Beautiful dink. Side out to the Dons.
Great serve, great serve.
And Fear cannot handle it.
Chris Farmer's really done a nice job coming off the bench again. He's really picked up IPFW's level of play.
5-0 Dons, game number 3. This is where Arnie, I'm sure, wants to see his guys put this one away. Now Fear does get the pass up. Dons keep it alive. There's Sadowski. Market has to set. Havas with the hit. Escobar, oh, what a great block at the net by Fair.
I'll tell you what, that was too bad because Ricardo Solar made a great play on that. On the free ball, if you noticed, he looked to find out where the Ball State setter was, and then he hit him the ball, so Ball State couldn't run their offense.
But a great block at the net by Fair.
That's out.
Dons play on, though. Gislin tries to make the save at the net, can't do it. Looks like we had a Cardinal in the net.
I'm really surprised at that call because I thought Gislin pulled the ball back on the set.
Well, there must have been a Ball Stater up in the plane or on that net. Side out to the Dons. There's Escobar. There's a missile. Half his self-defense keeps it alive. Fair with the left-handed spike, and he puts it down. Now Jason Fair is starting to show some emotion, saying, let's get this thing going.
It's kind of like IPFW's kind of hit a plateau here.
Still 5-0 Dons in game 3. They won the first 2. Free ball. Sadowski and Bick. Boy, what a play by the Dons. Bick again confused at the net. He hit it off of Perrott. It just fluttered over and dropped right behind David Bick. And one of the guys that Arnie Ball feared most in this match, the senior David Bick, has had a tough night. Now the Dons to serve. Here's Hector Soto. Fear. Sadowski back to Fear. Not a very good set at all. And a great play by Solar to put the block right back over. Ball State is left scrambling. Point IPFW 6-0. And here again, Blake comes the stall tactic, wiping up the perspiration on the floor, taking their good, sweet time in doing so.
It's a good tactic, though. I mean, if you know, because it puts the pressure on the other team. If they let them get away with it, that's their own fault. And I'd do it too if I had to try to dig Hector Soto.
Well, Soto with another missile. That's a good up by Fear. Here's Havas. Tried to cut it, and it's wide. Now Adam Havas a little upset with himself.
When Kent says he tried to cut it, he had 2 blockers up, and he was trying to hit it inside the block instead of having to go through the block.
7-0 IPFW, game number 3. They are looking for the exclamation point. Oh, what a blistering serve. That's a great up by the Cards. Fair with the left hand, goes off of Perrott's hands. Gislin back set, Perrott off of Fear. Is it going to drop? It does. More miscommunication with Ball State. That left Bick standing. Now Bick exchanging some words with Fair. Don Shondell has to call timeout. He has to settle down his Ball State Cardinals. So the Dons are rolling 8-0 in game number 3. Hey fans, IPFW head men's volleyball coach Arnie Ball, along with assistant coach Mark Franke, review recent activities and highlights each Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. right here on Channel 6. Tune in to keep up with the team, meet the players, and find out what's ahead for the team. That's the Arnie Ball Show, Thursdays at 10:30 p.m. right here on College Access, Channel 6.
Boy, we're going to have a replay coming up showing us that last point.
And again, you see there's the back set right there. Fear with the left hand, the Dons keeping it alive, and then watch the miscommunication. And you see right there, and just shortly after that play.
It's amazing how much better defensively IPFW is tonight than Ball State is.
Well, there was a bit of a heated exchange between Jason Fair and David Bick, the 2 seniors. And
IPFW needs to close out this game and this match as quickly as possible. Because next Friday, they got Ohio State at home, which should be a war. That will be a great match.
Now here's Hector Soto, 8-0 IPFW.
Tip the net. Isn't it amazing how often that works?
You call the timeout, the man comes back. Look at Don Shondell. He's right next to us, just shaking his head, laughing, going, I think he's saying the same thing we are. Can you believe how often that works? Now Fair with the left hand returns the favor.
He's not laughing now.
No, he's kind of rubbing the eyes right now.
Wonder how many thousands of times he's seen that.
Parrott to serve. That catches the
thing.
net. Well, that's 3 straight. Who will break the string here?
Now here goes Arnie. He's up on his feet again. I have a feeling the intensity level is just about to pick up a notch.
Well, he knows that his team can close this out in a hurry. Soler, back set from Gislin. Escobar just rips it off the arm of Market. Side out to IPFW. Interesting though, Blake. We sat in an Arnie Ball's address to the Royal Dons Club members prior to the match, and he said the guys we really have to watch out for and tend to give us trouble are David Bick and Jason Fair, and they both have had difficult nights.
Bick's been more consistent than Fair, but Fair hasn't been able to do anything.
Now Market, who has been probably the best player for Ball State tonight, will take a rest, and in comes Brian Hughes for the Cards. Gislin with that big serve. Fair. Sadowski back sets for Bick, and Bick puts the kill down, so there David Bick starts to right his ship a little bit.
Remember how when we called the Loyola match, they did a great job on Pat Schultz, or Dan Schultz, Loyola, and Victor Rivera of Lewis, and Brian McNeil of Lewis. It's like IPFW sets up their defense to try to take one guy, your big gun, away from you, and then you got to beat him with everybody else, and they do a great job at that.
Hector Soto replies with a wipe-off kill, so the side out is right back to IPFW. Here's Solar to serve. Sadowski comes nowhere. And again, miscommunication. They didn't know what play they called.
If IPFW can hold on here and keep playing well, they would beat Ball State in a game 15-0 for the first time ever.
Well, it's 9-0 right now. Soler to serve. Bick with the up. Comes back down the middle, and Havas just puts it right into the net. Don Shondell is off of his bench. And let's see what he'll be doing. He'll call for a substitution. This will be the first look we've had at Tom Tegetthoff, a freshman from St. Louis, a 6'6" outside hitter.
He and Market are their 2 big freshman recruits.
10-0 IPFW in game 3. Bick with a good pass that time, comes down the middle, and Pat Dam puts down the kill. Gives the Cards a side out. But again, the Dons looking to be in excellent shape at this point. They won game 1 15-9, game 2 15-8. They lead game 3 10-0. Now IPFW taking some time to wipe some perspiration off the floor. This will be the first time of the match that Tegetthoff will be serving, so let's see if that made his little gamesmanship in return. Ooh. And they're saying it did touch the net. Wow, I thought that just creeped over.
I did too.
Tom Pingle, who's the net official, said that did barely touch the net. No argument from Ball State. And here comes the serving specialist for the Dons, Brian Harris. Chris Farmer sits down.
Justin Luna is actually in the serve.
You're correct, Blake. It is Luna, and it was a good serve. And as Escobar puts a hammer down, I think he was called for in the net. First of all, Sadowski thought it was a call going against him. So yeah, indeed, that was Justin Luna who checked in.
Usually before point 12, he'll put Justin in. After point 12, he'll put Brian in.
Now Gislin shoots it across to Soto.
How did he do that?
Soto finds the gap between
He kind of hit
Hughes
that
and
cross
Bick.
body. If you're a blocker, you don't know where to go for that.
Well, and certainly Ball State didn't there. Now Escobar serves that into the gym.
That big thump you heard was Arnie Ball slamming his foot down. He wants this over now.
Now the Cards come back. Parrott handles that short serve. Back comes to Escobar, who just drills it right through. Only a single blocker up that time. That was fair, and that was also no contest.
I'll tell you who's playing a very, very excellent match tonight is Chris Gislin. His setting has just been superb.
10-0 IPFW.
He's picking Ball State's defense apart.
Soto with a missile, give him the ace. And that time some miscommunication between the 2 newer guys in the lineup, Tegetthoff and Hughes. 11-0 IPFW. Now Soto, another big serve. Time Hughes gets the shot up. Bick, though, misses everything. And that time David Bick was turning around looking for a tip call. He's nodding his head, but I don't think he can even sell himself on that. That was just a miss hit. 12-0 IPFW. Another big serve by Soto. Comes right back over to the Dons. Oh, and that time Gislin missed his setter. He missed the guy he wanted to shoot it across to. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Solar. Got a little anxious there.
It's amazing. They're all sitting there laughing about it. This is the last time IPFW could laugh about a missed set against Ball State.
Another unbelievable hit, this time by Solar as he just drills it through the block, that time of Bick and Sadowski.
Here we go, point 12, and here comes Brian.
Well, some wholesale changes by Arnie Ball. Chris Farmer comes in for Perrott. Ryan Harris will check in for Luna. 12-0 Dons. Boy, have they had their way, especially in this game. They lead the match 2-0. The serve just floats out.
That'll cost him a lap or two in practice.
Hey, you bring your serving specialist in and he serves it out. It's not what you're supposed to do. Here come the Cards. They trail 12-0. Bick with the short serve. Soto. Gislin with a little quick.
You know, I almost said it because, I mean, it was so obvious it was wide open. Both Ball State blockers were flat-footed.
Well, you can see most of the starch has come out of the Cardinals at this point. Still 12-0 IPFW. And here comes Gislin. Big serve. Bick with the pass. Comes back to Bick. He can't do much with it. Harris. Gislin back sets. Solar with the hit. Goes off a big shoulder. Hughes tries to shoot it across. Fair. Free play for IPFW. Oh, and Farmer could not get it down. That'll be 4 hits against the Dons. Boy, IPFW again had a chance to really put another nail down and just couldn't get it done. Sadowski to serve.
Excellent pass.
Gislin back to Soler.
Ball State has a chance to score their first point.
The set comes to Fair, and he can do nothing with it.
Nobody could have done anything with that set. It was just too low.
Well, Mitch Sadowski has not had the best of nights setting, that's for sure.
He has had no help at all from his passers.
Good floating serve. Bick. Sadowski comes across.
That hit
right into the antenna. That time Hughes. And again, I think you're right, Blake. That was a case of a tough pass to handle. Sadowski did the best he could with it, but it was too long a set. 13-0 IPFW. Soler, short serve. Bick. Sadowski down the middle. Oh!
My goodness.
And as Dam tries to go for it, Farmer roofs him. 14-0 IPFW. They have a chance to run the table on this one. Fans on their feet in the Gate Center. Sadowski back at the get-off. Hit the antenna.
Oh, man.
That'll do it. This one is over. IPFW with the skunk in game number 3, 15-0, and they win the match in 3 straight, 15-9, 15-8, and again in a stunner in the third, 15-0. The teams exchange handshakes now at center court. What a match this was for IPFW, Blake, and I guess you could say close to as total domination as possible.
You can bet that Ball State's going to remember this one in a couple of weeks when IPFW has to go down there on March 24th, because those players are not going to be happy about this one.
Well, we do have some replays of what has been just an absolutely convincing run by IPFW tonight.
This was a butt kicking.
Again, the Dons win it 15-9, 15-8, and 15-0. And here's another look right here at just IPFW just going to town. There's a hit right there that goes off the antenna.
And there was really, the blocker was late getting over. It was there.
Yeah, Ball State, I think, well, certainly they didn't have one of their better matches, but they sure gave a lot of helping hands to IPFW. It all started with the passing errors. They didn't serve the ball particularly well when they had some open room. They didn't do anything really that much with their kills. So there you see the news from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, folks. IPFW in 3 in a row over Ball State, 15-9, 15-8, 15-0.
It's the first time ever that IPFW has held Ball State scoreless in a game, and it's also Coach Arnie Ball's 299th career win at IPFW.
Well, there you see some of the post-match address Arnie is giving to his teammates. He has to be happy with what he witnessed tonight. And I'm sure he would like to carry a lot of this over to next week when they take on Ohio State
which
next
will be
Friday.
The match of the year so far.
That'll be the Ohio State Buckeyes coming into the Gates Center next Friday. Then Quincy comes a-calling a week from tonight on Saturday. IPFW runs its record to 8-1 for the season. 8-1 overall, 4-1 in the MIVA. Ball State sees its record fall to 5-10 and 3-2 in the league. We'll be back with more from the Gates Center. Stay with us. Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, where IPFW again has scored an impressive victory tonight over arch rival, in-state rival Ball State, 15-9, 15-8, and 15-0. We'd like to take this time to thank the Channel 6 crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the City of Fort Wayne, and Comcast Cablevision for their contributions to this Channel 6 sports telecast. Special thanks also to Pizza Hut at Canterbury for their support in bringing you tonight's telecast of IPFW men's volleyball. And we'd like to remind you to join us again this coming Friday evening at 7:30 for the next telecast of IPFW men's volleyball, when Channel 6 will carry live the match between the Buckeyes of Ohio State and the IPFW Mastodons. That's 7:30 p.m. next Friday evening right here on College Access Channel 6. The telecast of this IPFW sporting event is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without expressed written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this telecast of IPFW Sports and hope you'll join us for more exciting Mastodon action once again. And we're always glad to have your comments and suggestions, so please give us a call at 481-6000 or drop us a card. Our address is Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805-1499. Once again, the final score of tonight's match, IPFW over Ball State in 3, 15-9, 15-8, and 15-0. Thanks again for joining us this evening. For Blake Sebring, this is Ken Horman. So long, everybody.